Today we're going to be looking at how to solve one-step multiplication equations. We have a couple of examples that we're going to work through together here, so let's get started. For question number 1, we're being asked to solve for the value of n. And as we can see up top here highlighted in yellow, in order for us to isolate our variable of n, we're going to need to perform the inverse or the opposite operation of whatever is being done to n in this problem. And for question number 1, we have 4n equals 56. Now, since we have a number that's next to the variable, it tells us that we're going to be multiplying our variable by whatever the number is beside it. And since we need to perform the opposite operation so that we can isolate our variable, the opposite operation of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide the left part of this equation by 4 so that we can isolate our variable. But this brings up a very important point that we can see highlighted in blue up top here, which is that both sides of the equation need to be equal. So since we're dividing the left side of the equation by 4, we're going to do the same thing to the right side of this problem as well. Well, for the left-hand side here, multiplying by 4 and dividing by 4 cancel each other out, so that means that our variable of n is now isolated. And then for the right side of the problem, we're going to divide 56 by 4, which we know gives us 14. So n is equal to 14. And if we want to double check this to make sure that we have the right answer here, we're simply just going to plug in the value of n into our original problem. So we have 4, and then we multiplied times 14 equals 56. And when we multiply 4 times 14, we get 56. And since both sides of this equation are equal, it means that n is in fact equal to 14. Now moving on to question number 2, where this time we're being asked to solve for the value of x. So here we have 12x is equal to 60. And the opposite operation of multiplication is division, so we're going to divide the left-hand side of this equation by 12, and then we need to make sure that we keep both sides equal, so we're going to divide the right side of this equation by 12 as well. Well, on the left-hand side of this problem, multiplying by 12 and dividing by 12 cancel each other out, so that means that x is now isolated, and then for the right-hand side, we're going to divide 60 by 12, which we know gives us 5. So x is equal to 5. And now we're going to double check just to make sure that we have the correct answer here. So we had 12, and then we multiplied by 5, and then we're going to have 60. And when we multiply 12 times 5, we get 60. And since both sides of this equation are equal, it means that x is in fact equal to 5. So to make sure we have this down, we're going to work through a couple problems here. And I encourage you to pause this video and give these problems a try on your own, and then play through the rest of this video so you can make sure that you got the same answers. For question number 3, we have 15n equals 60. So since we have a number that's next to a variable, we're multiplying, and the opposite operation of multiplication is division. So we're going to divide the left-hand side of this equation by 15, and we need to make sure that we keep both sides equal. So we're going to divide the right side of this equation by 15 as well. While multiplying by 15 and dividing by 15 on the left-hand side cancel each other out. So now n is isolated, and then for the right-hand side, we're going to divide 60 by 15, which we know gives us 4, so n equals 4. And now we're going to double check to make sure that we got that answer correct, so we're going to plug in the value for n into this equation. So we have 15 times 4 equals 60. And when we multiply 15 times 4, we get 60. And then since both sides of this equation are equal, it means that n is equal to 4. Now moving on to question number 4, where this time we have 3x equals 51. So since we're multiplying our x by 3, we're going to perform the opposite operation and we're going to divide the left-hand side of this equation by 3. And we need to make sure that we do the same thing to the right side of this equation as well. For the left-hand side, multiplying by 3 and dividing by 3 cancel each other out. So now x is isolated. And then for the right-hand side, we're going to divide 51 by 13, which we know is going to give us 17. So x is equal to 17. And now we're going to double check just to make sure that we have the correct answer. So we have 3 times 17 equals 51. And when we multiply 3 times 17, we get 51. And since both sides of this equation are equal, it means we have the correct answer. X is equal to 17. So hopefully by now you understand how to solve one-step multiplication equations. Help make math less complicated by smashing those like and subscribe buttons. As always, enjoy today's math journey.